Hey guys, it's Joe Fear here with GetThriveCart.com, and in this video we're going to talk all about the design and the types of checkout pages you can use inside of ThriveCart. So this is it's one of our most common questions we see in our community and within our support desk and all that stuff are, hey, what kind of checkout pages can I actually make? What kind of designs do they look like? What kind of elements can I put in there? Can I put them on my own web page, embed them? Have a pop-up, a two-step, just a single form, just pretty much what the heck can I do with these checkout pages out of the box with ThriveCart and everything that it basically makes everything super, super easy to do. I'm going to show you that in the video right now. Alrighty, so the very first thing is let's talk about the types of checkout pages there are. And these are the ones that are inside of ThriveCart right now. As of this video, this is what's in here. I know they are always adding and working on more designs, and they basically release something new, it seems like every other week. So it's a high possibility that there might be some other designs in here by the time you watch this video, but we're going to talk about these four at the moment. And then after this, we're actually going to show you how to customize each of these and kind of apply them to your own marketing with a whole bunch of variations and elements and stuff. So our favorite checkout page is actually this one. It's called the Tall One-Step Checkout. So we're going to kind of show you this in action. I'll show you the two-step. There's an embeddable checkout that you can actually use to literally embed on your own website. And then there's a pop-up checkout that you can use as well, same kind of fashion, that it actually pops up from the website below it. So this one-step checkout, before we actually get into these types, the way that you actually get into this area is during your product setup. So if we go to the product, I'm just showing kind of a demo product right now. But when you go through the steps of setting up your product, you're going to get into a tab that's called Checkout on the top. And then when you click that, you see the options for the types of checkouts, and you could just click here and kind of check them out. Now, when you click these, you can actually preview these from within inside of ThriveCart, so it makes it simple. This is the only one you cannot preview. You actually have to embed it onto a website, and I'm going to show you that in action just really quick how to do that. So first of all, I'm just going to say this is the highest converting checkout page that we've personally used for multiple products and multiple niches. It's actually what ThriveCart uses to sell their own product. So obviously, if the guys made the actual checkout platform are using this template, I would highly suggest using this one. And honestly, not overthinking the design and all of that stuff, but just making sure you put the proper elements in there. So I'm going to show you right here. This is a page where we've already decked it out with the elements that we want to use on this checkout page. So you can see that we've added our logo on the top, in the header there. We've added a box shot of the product that we're selling. We've put the price inside of here, and that's all taken from ThriveCart's options when you're setting up your product. You can see it's all in US dollar. And we actually have a coupon code box here because we use a coupon for this product. Now, if you don't use coupons for the product, if it's not activated, then you're not going to get a coupon code box on the right-hand side here. So just so you know, coupons are super effective, and we have a whole video on how to use coupons and the power of using coupons. Just check it out at GetThriveCart.com. You'll see it there in the blog. And then the last really powerful things that we use are testimonials. Testimonials sell. You want other people talking about you, not you talking about yourself. Pretty self-explanatory, but make sure to always add testimonials and definitely use pictures. Pictures just make it a lot more personable and make it related to the product. So this is our best performing checkout page, and we use this same kind of style for all of our products. And you'll go to ThriveCart and see that they use the same thing for their checkout process. So this is the simplest one I would recommend to start with. And you can see this is actually hosted on ThriveCart's page on their servers. So everything's secure. You don't have to worry about any kind of issues with your own domain going down. This is why ThriveCart's really cool, because you can just implement it right away. Now, there are some other options if you wanted to, basically show people that they're not leaving your domain. It's not a big issue, but some people just want to have it all on their .com, on their domain. But I'll show you that in a second with the embeddable. Now the two-step is slightly different. It's literally what it is. So it's a two-step checkout. I'm going to show you really quick. So you can see this is pulling the same information that we loaded in, into our elements. I'm going to show you how we did that. But this two-step is pretty self-explanatory. It's first step is let's plug in your contact information. So I'm just gonna fill this in with some gibberish here. AOL.com, because a lot of people use that still. And I'm just gonna make it so it's all green. And there we go. So you can see that people are forced to basically put in their contact information first, and you could select what types of forms you want available here. You can see all the information is on the right side still. You have that nice box shot, the price, coupon code if you use it, and testimonials, and then the secure seals and stuff. Now for the second step, so when people click this, that's when they get the payment information, and you can input it that way. Now what's powerful with this checkout is that you actually get to collect their information on that first step. Now, I'll talk about this in a future video. It's called Abandonment cart sequences. So if people basically input their information and leave before purchasing, you do have the ability to follow up with them with a series of emails and different types of things like that, tracking that you can do to basically try to close that sale, get them back to the page. Now, that's what this first step is doing. It's actually capturing that information in ThriveCart's system, so you have the ability to do that. Now, you do have the ability to do that on a one-step checkout. So the way it works with that one is, and I'm not going to harp on this too much, but it's a cool feature and it works really well, is if people insert their information on here and essentially leave the cart, ThriveCart's going to grab that data and basically give it to you for use to follow up with people with that abandonment cart sequence, whatever you want to do. Maybe it's a series of like 3 emails. So it usually takes, I think it's roughly a 15-minute delay, 10 to 15 minutes. That's what the ThriveCart guys have said. But either way, that gives you the ability to almost instantaneously follow up with people after they enter their email address is really the most important thing. So make sure you're always asking for an email address, definitely on your checkouts. So that's the two-step and the one-step and the power of them. Some people just prefer two steps. So if that's you, test it out. From our test, the conversions haven't been as high, but you never know. It depends on the market and then the offer that you're using. Now, I'm going to skip. I'm going to go to Embeddable now. So let's check out this Embeddable checkout page, and you can see there's no preview in the bottom. So I'm just going to click to save and get URL. And what we're going to do is I'm actually going to throw this I'm going to embed it into a sales page for you, or just some kind of website for you. And you could do this. It's just a piece of code here that you just copy. You click once and then copy it over. And I'm going to use lead pages for this just to show you kind of how quick this is done. So I just picked a template that's inside of lead pages. Very simple one. I think it's a sales page or a video sales page. So if people, for instance, sometimes people ask us, can we put a video on our checkout page? That would be really cool. Well, yeah, you could. So you have to use this embedded feature to do that. So I'm going to show you really quick. We're just going to show this kind of design here. We're going to go to the widgets and go to HTML. I'm going to drag that. I'm just going to put it right below this arrow. And you can see this whole box is the HTML box. So I click it. I'm just going to go here, right click, paste, save. And I'm going to preview it. And it should just pop up right below that little area when the page loads up. You're going to see that we have the video, and then boom. Depending on your internet, it'll be quicker, slower, but that's loading up all the secure checkout process that ThriveCart gives you into your own sales page or whatever page you want to have on your website. So obviously, I would do some work on this website. I would probably remove this, but you can add any other types of seals, guarantee if you want to put that on the page and elaborate it. You can even have a bigger sales page, whatever it might be. That's how you use that embedded feature, and it's really, really freaking cool. So this is the way, if you really want to customize the heck out of your checkout pages, this is how you do it. So again, that was just super simple with that piece of code. I'm not going to get into it with this video because it's kind of, it's a little bit more than it's needed, but you can actually use a button if you wish. You can customize the button and then use a button to actually link to an embedded checkout. So where it kind of replaces the button with the checkout once someone clicks the button. And you could do that with an image as well. I just use an image of myself here as a placeholder, but obviously you would use something like a call to action image or something like that. Those I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of using an image or a button. I would rather go straight to the page, put it right inside of the page as an embed. So that is really, really freaking cool. And I'm going to go back really quick and show you the very last one, which is a pop-up. I'm going to go to checkout, click pop-up, and we can actually preview that right here. So you can see this is literally just a pop-up that you can put on your website, and boom, it just pops up from the website, and it has kind of the vital information. And you can see this pop-up is technically a step 2. It's one of those 2-step checkout pages. You can see I'm just going to do it again really fast for you, just so you can see it in action. Just some filler stuff to make the form happy, and go to step 2. And then there you go. You can see everything is all here. People can go back if they wish. It's a very simple form. You can customize it as well. And then you would embed that on your website. Now, really quick, I'm going to show you just the basic customization elements that you can put in each one of these. But do remember and keep in mind when you're building these out that the customization options change slightly depending on which checkout page you're using. So first, what you want to do is decide, okay, I want to use this checkout page, and then you go to the top to customize this little tab, and then you can add whatever you want in here. So you can see we have a cart header, and that typically what we would do is just upload our logo. So I'm just going to do that really quick. This uploads our logo. It looks funky here, but once we actually preview it, you're going to see that logo looks nice on top. It's just we have a transparent logo, so it looks funky, but when it's on the page, it looks solid. Another thing you could do is set a countdown timer if you wish. You could do that, put it on a specific date, or maybe make it evergreen, so you could actually put a period of time after someone visits, and then you can pretty much get kind of funky with it, which is really cool. But let's just do it very simple on a specific date. Let's make it not in the past. We'll do it something like August, and we'll make it red. So we'll just save that. At the same time, I'm going to put a box shot in here. So this really helps conversions. It makes people kind of see that, hey, you have something that looks real, or maybe it is a physical product. That's cool too. So you can put that right inside there. You can edit bullet points. So these are really cool. I'm just going to put gibberish in here. I don't want to take too long on this, but you can see you can add as many as you need here. And make sure these are benefits, not just features. You want to try to sell your product. And then let's preview it again. And you can see what we're doing now. So we have this countdown timer on top. That's kind of given some scarcity play into this. We've added our box shot on the right-hand side. You can see our bullets are kind of getting filled out here. And there's some other stuff we could do too. So again, we can add testimonials. There's 2 of them that you can add here. And always make sure to add images. That's definitely crucial. You can edit the buy button, some custom fields. You can actually change the requested fields. So I was kind of mentioning this earlier. Collect business name, we don't really need that, but first and last name or first name only, the full address, or maybe you don't want to collect an address. Usually the less information you collect, the higher conversions you're going to get. So things like that, any terms and conditions if you wish, and if you do, you can actually type in what your terms are and then have them actually click a tick box to agree to those terms. You can see that just popped up right here. And, basically you could say, yes, I agree, and it ticks that box for you. That's really cool if you have something like a refund policy or returns, cancellations, whatever it might be for a recurring product. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you can go to town. You can get as creative as possible with these things. Like I said, if you really want to really get creative, you go with the embedded checkout, and then you can add all bells and whistles around there depending on whatever you want to do. So that's about it. Long-winded video, but hopefully you can see the power of ThriveCart and using these checkouts now. It's super, super, super powerful. And if you don't have ThriveCart yet, make sure to get in on it at getthrivecart.com. If you go through that website at getthrivecart.com, you're going to get some extra bonuses. You're always going to get the best price and the best special. And we battle tested this thing for over 2 years now. So we were actually the first beta users that were using ThriveCart when it was released. So we pretty much know this sucker, back and forwards, and we supply a bunch of customer service and have that private group that you can join as well once you become a member. So get it at www.getthrivecart.com. We'll see you in there, and thanks for watching.